What's up, everyone? A few weeks ago I asked you to comment any questions you had for me, and now I'm going to provide my honest answers for them. Here we go. What is your favorite movie of all time? I have so many favorite movies, but once in a while one comes along that I just love so much. And as of now, that movie is I Want to Hold Your Hand from 1978. It's a screwball comedy that follows these three girls that try to get into the Ed Sullivan Show to see the Beatles perform live, and the mass hysteria that surrounded that big event that happened in the 60s. It also stars Eddie Deason, who voiced the know-it-all kid in the Polar Express.
Listen, I know everything there is to know about the Beatles. There's nothing I don't know about the Beatles.
Two of the main characters in this movie play Marty McFly's siblings in Back to the Future. That was pretty cool when I found that out. What's it like to do all these booby trap compilations? It can be fun, but it can also be time consuming. I have to watch each movie or TV episode front to back and edit out the traps as I go. And after I get all the clips I need, I time it to my music and put the intro and outro on and then upload it. How'd you come up with the premise of your channel? I became a fan of action sequences in movies that were set to great songs, and then thought it would be cool if I set those songs to clips from the entire movie. And I didn't think my channel would start to get an audience like this. As for the booby trap videos, one of my favorite childhood games was The Incredible Machine. It was a game where you pretty much set up your own Rube Goldberg contraptions. Each level of that game had its own score, one of those being my personal favorite called Slappy's Theme. I thought to myself, the booby traps in movies are kind of like Rube Goldberg contraptions, well, small ones in a way, and I wondered what it would look like if I put that song over the movie clips. Turned out it worked really well. Now that series is one of the most popular on my channel. What's your favorite song and color? Currently, my favorite song is Disney's It's Halloween Lo-ween from Walt Disney Records. I first heard it when I was at Disneyland in October watching the Halloween parade. I fell in love with it ever since. I recently used that song in my Disneyland Halloween Time music video, which is this one right here. My favorite color is blue. It always has been. Do you live in North Carolina or South Carolina? Neither. I lived in Washington State my whole life, just outside of Seattle. Do you prefer Thimble-Nosed Ted, Lady Killer, or Fat Barry from Flushed Away? I haven't seen the movie in a while, so don't really remember what those characters were like. But I remember he had a couple funny moments, and I liked his character design. Do you think Harry and Marv have some type of healing factor that prevents them from dying? Well, I mean, they gotta be immortal in some way. Videos on YouTube have proven that most of those traps would be deadly in real life. But sometimes you gotta have a suspension of disbelief, or just think of those movies as a live-action cartoon like I do. They're not meant to be taken realistically. Are you going to see Toy Story 4? Yes. The Toy Story franchise is my favorite Pixar franchise, but I'm not sure where they're gonna go with this one, since 3 ended so perfectly. So the 4th one may seem a little unnecessary, but I'm still interested in seeing it out of curiosity. I also heard this is probably gonna be the darkest in the franchise. Are you and your family religious? Yes, we're a Christian family, but we're not avid churchgoers. What are your parents like? Well, my parents have been divorced for several years. My dad is the funny and laid-back one, but I don't like to talk about my mom all that much. Have you been to Walt Disney's grave in Glendale, California? No, but that's definitely on my bucket list to go see it someday. I also really want to see the Walt Disney Family Museum. I haven't been there either. What's your favorite TV cartoon? My favorite TV cartoon would be Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius from the early 2000s. I grew up with the movie and then became a fan of the show afterwards. I'm still a sucker for the Kids in America sequence in the movie. That's always been my favorite part. Have you met anyone famous? I mean, I was in the second row of a Scale concert. I saw them up on stage, but I never met them. That's about as close as I got to meeting a celebrity. Who's your favorite superhero? My favorite superhero would be Hit Girl from the Kick-Ass movies. She's so cool and such a badass. She's the best. My favorite Looney Tune would probably be Sylvester or Tweety Bird, seeing that I had a collection of them growing up as a kid. Right now, my favorite actor is Jason Bateman. I love all the movies he's in and he's really funny. Horrible Bosses is probably my favorite of his. I also love that video on YouTube where he talks about his best movie roles. I find it very interesting. Have you seen the movie Walt Before Mickey? Yes, I have, and I loved it. I love any movie or documentary about Walt Disney or the Walt Disney Company in general. Which of my movie suggestions is your favorite? For that, I would have to say P2, A New Level of Terror. I love that movie. One of my favorite Christmas horror films now. Thanks for sharing that one with me. It's great. Do you like to swim? I never learned how. Favorite food? Burgers. As long as it doesn't have pickles. I hate pickles. I prefer burgers that come from restaurants that are not part of a big fast food chain. Except for Wendy's. Theirs are good. Favorite soda? None. I quit drinking soda a couple years ago. Favorite game show? I don't really watch much game shows, but probably Family Feud. Sometimes the answers those contestants give are just downright hilarious. Favorite sport to watch? Ice hockey. I try to go to a Thunderbirds game at least once a year. It's exciting. I love it when the fights break out. Favorite sport to play? I don't really play any. I mean, I do bowling for fun on occasion, but that's about it. Favorite ice cream flavor? My favorite ice cream flavor is cookies and cream. Favorite animal? Probably monkeys. They're usually the best part of any movie they're in. Superpower if you could have one. Probably the power of teleportation. That way I could go anywhere whenever I wanted. I wouldn't have to worry about the cost or time to travel. I could go anywhere I wanted to in an instant pretty much. Favorite band other than Skillet? Queen. Queen is my favorite band other than Skillet. I haven't seen the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, but that song, Don't Stop Me Now, We Will Rock You, Under Pressure, and a few others are my favorites of that band. What's your astrological sign? I'm a Leo. Birthday. I was born on August 22nd, 1996. I'm 22 years old. Can you speak another language? No, I can't. I just speak English. Who's your favorite Muppet? Probably Kermit. I would say Kermit. Who's your favorite actress? I would say Jennifer Aniston. She's so funny in all her movies. I love seeing her in any role. Who is your favorite voice actor? Does Brian Hull on YouTube count? He's really good at those Disney impressions. You love the Stooges. What do you think of the Marx Brothers, Our Gang, Laurel and Hardy, and Abbott and Costello? All favorites of mine. My dad got me hooked on them from a very young point in my childhood. I've been a fan of all of them ever since. Do you like to play video games? Yes, but I only play a couple, and they're older, obscure ones that I used to like from my childhood. I don't really play anything modern. I don't have a gaming setup or anything like that. I'm mostly into movies. Favorite instrument? Electric guitar. That's the best kind of instrument for any kind of rock song. Favorite candy? Sour Patch Kids. Favorite franchise? Edgar Wright's Cornetto Trilogy, which consists of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. Favorite Disney movie, character, song? Mary Poppins, Hercules, Go the Distance. Favorite stooge? Curly, even though my dad says my personality is more like Moe's. Favorite director other than Disney? Edgar Wright. Favorite Steven Spielberg movie? Raiders of the Lost Ark. Favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie? Psycho. I haven't seen too many of his movies. Favorite Mel Brooks movie? Spaceballs. Favorite classic Christmas movie? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Favorite modern Christmas movie? Bad Santa. I find it freaking hilarious. Favorite action movie? Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Also directed by Edgar Wright. Favorite horror movie? Final Destination. Favorite classic movie monster? I would say zombies. I've seen more movies with zombies in them than any of the other classic characters. Favorite horror movie villain? John Kramer from the Saw series. Favorite candy bar? Butterfinger. Favorite musical play? Probably Annie. I actually haven't seen the play, but I do like the 1999 movie. Favorite musical movie? Disney's Annie from 1999. Favorite 90s movie, TV show, song? Toy Story, Seinfeld, Livin' La Vida Loca. Favorite Disney Channel original movie? Deadnapped. Favorite James Bond movie, actor, villain? I actually haven't seen any James Bond movies yet. Favorite Greek god? Hades. He was funny in Hercules. Favorite fruit? Raspberries. Favorite dessert? Apple pie. Favorite man-made wonder of the world? Probably the Great Wall of China. Favorite natural wonder of the world? The Grand Canyon. Biggest fear? Probably the fear of not being good enough, or the fear of never getting the life that I always wanted. Coke or Pepsi? I don't drink soda anymore. Indoors or outdoors? Indoors. Marvel or DC? Marvel, definitely. Superman or Batman? Batman. But just because I haven't seen any of the Superman movies. Cake or pie? Pie. Hot dogs or hamburgers? Hamburgers. Cats or dogs? Dogs. I always see videos on YouTube of cats being mean to everyone around them, and even the movies portray cats as the bad guys and dogs as the good guys. Star Wars or Star Trek? Star Wars. I haven't seen anything Star Trek yet. Sitcoms or soap operas? Definitely sitcoms. I'd much rather laugh than cry. Sonic the Hedgehog or Super Mario Brothers? Super Mario Brothers. I haven't played anything Sonic related. Burger King or McDonald's? Burger King has the superior burgers in my opinion. Are you allergic to any food, plant, or animals? No. As far as I know, I'm not allergic to anything, which is good. Have you ever been under the knife? I never heard the term before, but it looks like it means if I underwent any surgery. I had my wisdom teeth removed in early 2017. Excited to meet me someday? Yes, I am excited. I think we get along really well. You've helped me out a lot on this channel for the past couple of years. And that about wraps it up. Thanks for submitting all your questions to me. I hope you had a great holiday season, and I wish you a happy New Year 2019. Take care.